Synchronicity University is proud to present some of the most brilliant astrologers on the planet, and you've got a little time left to join our September programs for as low as just $5 a class, an unheard of rate to learn from these astrologers. Learn more and sign up now at synchronicityuniversity.com. Links below. Hello, fabulous superstar Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of August 2025. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month has incredible energy, and I actually think this might end up being one of the more important months of the year for many of us out there. Not least of which is the fact that for you in particular, we do have the first of two new moons in your sign. This is huge. And so I'll talk about that in just a moment. But let me just say, as we begin the month, it is right around the 5th of the month that Mars will change signs and set up a larger configuration of harmony. And this is a near Star of David configuration. I'm going to put it up for each of the videos because I want you to see what I'm looking at when I look at this, which is a near Star of David configuration. And this is a configuration that is one of supreme harmony, but there's also enough tension to make it count for something. And it is also a larger configuration of opportunity as well. And so what sets the stage really is when Mars leaves your sign and steps into a financial part of your sky. A grand trine starts to play out with Uranus moving through the top of your sky, and with Pluto moving through a part of the sky for you that has to do with work and your daily life. So these are considered the work houses. They're working really well at this time. There may very well be some empowering step forward that aligns you with more success or prosperity or opportunity than you've known before. So the blessing is there, but you've also got a sense of what's got to change, where it is that you're ready to align with power as you uniquely define it. And that ends up being the role of Saturn and Neptune in this larger configuration. As we move a little later into the month, the energy between Uranus and Saturn, and then towards the end of the month with Neptune as well, these are going to perfect with precision. They are set to take place. So I would say stay open to possibility, but also there is going to be a need to act to make this count for something. Yes, opportunity may present itself to you, but it is your follow-up that makes the most of this sense of massive blessings that very likely could be there for many of Virgo out there. On the 8th of the month, we do have a full moon. This full moon takes place in that work-oriented part of the sky. However, here's the thing, that full moon is essentially unaspected, meaning it's not really talking to other power players in the sky. And what that says to me is whatever's happening with your daily life, with your work environment, or with how well you're taking care of you, it's not necessarily affecting other areas. It's more about your own understanding of what you want to do day in and day out, but also your own understanding of what it is to take the best of care of you and how you want to go about doing that so that you can increase your overall sense of well-being that much more. Now, it is going to be on the 11th of the month that Mercury will go direct. Mercury is in the sign just before yours. There is about to be an epiphany moment. Seemingly out of nowhere, some light bulb goes off, some sense of, oh, that's what's happening. That's what's going on. Oh, I didn't realize that. You didn't know, and you didn't even know that you didn't know until you know. And then it just really feels like a lot of things look very different. And so pace yourself as you navigate this time. If you're still wondering what this Mercury retrograde season has been trying to show you, this is where it starts to feel that much more clear in an instant. The following day, we do have what some astrologers call the most romantic day of the year, when Venus meets Jupiter in the sky. I'll talk about love just a little bit. However, with this configuration, it's also one of blessings, massive blessings at that. And this configuration is happening in a friendship part of the sky. Whether it's friends, whether it's group involvement, it is as a result of your connections with others in social events, attending gatherings. It is in these spaces that blessings are able to magnify that much more. And so, whatever it is that you are feeling inspired to do in light of your own unique circumstances, and especially wherever it is that you feel that sense of support from people, it is going to be this energy that helps you. And I would even say, even just asking somebody, right? Just asking someone that you consider a friend, someone that you've had an ongoing connection with. It is in these contexts that facilitating those connections and making them stronger, well, it is that helps you to feel a greater sense of ease and joy and protection and prosperity and so much more just flow forward that much more easily throughout this time. Let's talk about the new moon in your sign. That takes place on the 23rd of the month. And there are lots of things that make this new moon very special. On the one hand, it is at 0 degrees. And so new moons always suggest new possibilities, new beginnings, new opportunities. But when it is at 0 degrees, this is one of the more karmic degrees, meaning whatever's going to happen, it's kind of going to have a will of its own. And it's in your sign. And so it is a beginning, but it's almost like you don't know quite what that beginning is. You just know that there's a fresh chapter, a new beginning is happening. Uranus is square this new moon, which is a wild card factor if there is one. I mean, this is feeling as if out of nowhere, there's something you got to address. And it might just be your own feelings. You feeling very erratic or uncertain in some way is a possibility here. But what we also get is this new moon part of a Yod configuration, which is a larger configuration, which does represent sort of surprise elements, but the potential for them to resolve very quickly is there as well, which tells me that whatever might take you by surprise, it might just represent a moment that comes and goes very quickly. For some, it's going to feel very consequential. For others, it'll just make an interesting story. But regardless, something in you is strengthened at this time as you connect with what it is that really matters. And it feels, again, very faded. It's a sense of events just showing up, and you being able to address them helps them to move along very quickly and to your advantage. So the Yod configuration involves Saturn and Neptune and Pluto. As I said, Uranus is square. These are all the big power players. These are the strongest major planetary energies. And they're all speaking to that new moon in your sign. Any new moon in your sign is a chance to start again. But just when you think you know what that is, that might not be it. So just allow yourself some openness, some flexibility. Once we get into next month, that is when we are going to have a solar eclipse in your sign. So solar eclipses are like new moons. They're just kind of like jacked up new moons. And it is that solar eclipse that is happening at 29 degrees, another very karmic degree. That is the very end of your sign. And so, yes, that will bring with it a surprise beginning, but also a sense of some closure, some sense of putting something behind you so that you can begin again. All of these energies to me say you are about to understand what it is to be you that much more fully, that much more deeply, that much more differently at this time. And it is a chance to feel fresh energy coming in, moving through you, encouraging you to begin again. If you feel like you feel the energy, but you don't know quite what else that's going to look like, it's okay to acknowledge that, to see that for what it's worth as you pace yourself, as you navigate this time. Where it comes to matters of love, well, look, with that most romantic day of the year, love and friendship are intimately tied for you at this time. And so this becomes an incredibly important energy in how it connects you, whether it's platonic love, the love of friendship, or whether it is romantic love. Your understanding matters of the heart, and your understanding is healing for you in powerful ways as a result of genuine companionship. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, with a friend or through a friend, love becomes that much more possible. And it is this most romantic day of the year that brings this burst of healing in. So whether it is that a friend helps you to reconcile with, understand your past, whether it is that a friend introduces you to someone, or whether something develops with a friend, these are some possibilities that might be playing out. For those of you just starting to date someone, the crux of it really is there friendship here? Can this person be a genuine companion to you or not? Because if not, then this might be a time when part of this Venus-Jupiter energy is about faith and love. And so part of that faith might be relying on your friends to know that you can go another way, even if you don't know what that's going to be just yet, if you don't feel like there's real friendship here. But if there is, it becomes that much more likely that you are going to continue to engage this person as a potential partner. And for those of you in an established bond, the friendship, the companionship, that's where the healing is, the hope is, and the love is with a month like this as well. And especially around this day, you'll have that understanding of how much of a friend you feel your partner to be or not. The overwhelming majority is going to find support, encouragement, love is there. There is going to be that small percent out there. If you felt for a while that you might not be in the right relationship for you, this is where I think you're going to see it that much more fully, that much more honestly as well, as part of figuring out what it is you might want to do next. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I'm going to say the most romantic day of the year. I think it is the star of the show. These are the planets that are the benefics meeting in the sky, the lower benefic and the higher benefic. And when these two get together, it speaks to a sense of maximization of potential, of blessings. And for you, that's with friends, that's in gatherings, that's by working in groups. And it is in those ways that you end up opening up all kinds of possibilities for you. Now, whether those are romantic possibilities, whether they are friendship possibilities, or professional possibilities, all of that becomes possible. This is Jupiter. You've got to take action to make it count for something. And so what I would say is accept invitations where they might find you at this time. Chances are they'll lead somewhere good. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership rate. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity, university events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. And thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.